Two men were unloading steel beams from a trailer using a truck-mounted crane. The outriggers on the crane were fully extended and set. The rigger and his helper walked with each load, controlling it with tag lines. The crane operator lifted each load and swung the crane to his right about 180 degrees and lowered the beams to the ground. During the unloading, the foreman approached to talk with the rigger's helper. When the unloading was finished, the crane operator began to put away the rigging and stow the crane. The foreman left, but the rigger's helper remained standing beside the outrigger. As the operator swung the crane into the stowed position, the rigger's helper was crushed between the crane cab and the outrigger he was leaning against.
Looking at this situation, there are a few key risks that were completely ignored, and that's what led to this tragic outcome. First, standing near the crane's outrigger and swing radius was a huge risk. The rigger's helper was too close to the crane while it was still in motion. This area should have been considered a hazard zone, and no one should have been there. The operator couldn't see the helper from the crane's position, which is why it was so dangerous for him to be standing there. Second, the crane operator failed to make sure the area was clear before swinging the crane into the stowed position. Even though the unloading was finished, the operator didn't confirm that no one was in the crane's path. This is a basic safety rule. Always check the area and make sure everyone is out of harm's way before moving or stowing the equipment. So, what went wrong? Well, there was a breakdown in communication and awareness. The foreman didn't warn the helper to move, and the operator didn't double-check that it was safe to move the crane. The helper's position, right next to the outrigger, was not safe to begin with, and once the operator started moving the crane, the helper was trapped because the area wasn't clear. To prevent something like this from happening, there are some key control measures that should always be in place. First, no one should ever stand near a crane's outriggers or within its swing radius unless the crane is fully secured and it's clear the area is safe. There should be a clearly marked danger zone that no one enters while the crane is in operation. Second, crane operators should always communicate with workers on the ground, especially when stowing or moving the crane. A quick check to confirm that everyone is clear is absolutely essential. And if visibility is a problem, a spotter or signal person should be used to guide the operator. Finally, workers should never assume the job is done until the crane is fully stowed and everyone is at a safe distance. Safety doesn't stop when the beams are on the ground. It continues until the crane is properly secured. Before I react to the second video, I want us to look at the sequence of events and risks identified by the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, and then we can move on.
The swing radius of the crane was not barricaded to prevent employees from entering a hazardous zone. The crane operator should have kept visual contact with his helpers at all times. An audible signal should be installed on the crane to warn employees of the crane's movement.